people to Tech Demon, and today we're going to take a closer look at developing websites with Adobe Muse. And this is a pretty much easy program to use for developing websites, as there are other means and other ways that we could use to develop websites. Most popularly known, we have WordPress, and then other platforms we could use to develop websites. But as usual, the most popular is WordPress, but we're going to go through Adobe Muse today, or in this series actually. So the first of one, we're going to be looking at Adobe Muse, and then develop a few websites, maybe one or two websites using Adobe Muse. So maybe we could have vast options or different options in developing websites. Maybe you need something quickly, you need something fast, like you're in a hurry, you need something to work up for you. So it could be easier to just try using Adobe Muse. But first off, we're just going to go ahead and then download and install this program, even though I have it already downloaded. But we're going to go on ahead, download and install, and then start from there. So I'm going to open up my browser, and I'll navigate to this website here. It's getintopc.com. I'll make sure to leave the link in the description below, so we could go on ahead and download that. So just look for Adobe Muse, hit go, then scroll down. Okay, that's the one I'm looking for. And then yeah, so right here, this is it. I'll go down and down and down, and then here just hit download. This opens up a new tab for you, and then download will begin processing. So we're just going to give it a while and then allow it to finish. Good. So down here it has already started downloading. I have already downloaded this, so I'm going to go on ahead and then cancel. So I'm just going to cancel that, and then exit out of the browser, and then go find my program. So where do I have it saved? I think it was in E. Okay, so this is it, Adobe Muse, and I also have it already extracted here. So just go on ahead and then double click on that, trying to extract it. The password is actually 123, so I'll just go hit that, hit OK, and then that's it right here. So you can go on and then extract it. Remember, the password is 123. I already have my here extracted out here, so I think it's still on my desktop. Open that up. So it's on my desktop. I'm going to go ahead, close that, open it on the desktop, and then straight to installation. So there are ways to install this program since we didn't download it directly from Adobe. So what you're going to do is you can go through the installation screenshots and then try to look at how it was done, or just follow along. So here we go back, Adobe Muse 15, then open that. We have setup.exe. I'm going to double click on that. Okay, so I'll ignore that, probably do that later. So initializing installer, we're just going to give it some time to do its thing. Okay, so now that we are here, we're going to go on ahead and then install this. So you could just hit install if that's exactly where you want to save it. That is the location where you want to save your installation. If that's what you want, you could just go ahead and then hit install. But I want to change mine, so I'm going to click on this little folder here and then put it, that's my C drive, I'm going to put it in the E. So I have Adobe 15 and hit OK. All right, so install. Okay, I have a prompt here. All right, so this is, so we're just going to leave it for as long as your machine or your computer can handle it. Just let it do its thing. Okay, so it's done installing. And then one more thing we do before we launch our program is I'll just want to close this one, and then still in the folder where we installed the software or the program from, we're just going to go back. There's a folder called readme. I'll open that up and copy this file. So I'm just going to make Control C or Command C on the Mac, do that, and then go to my drive E where I installed my program. So I'm going to open that up and then paste the program or the file I copied, sorry. So I'll just paste that in here. It already exists, so you'll be prompted to replace that. So that's exactly what I did, and then I have that here. Now you can go on ahead, close that and hit refresh. Now the only thing we left to do now is just to find and open our program. So I'm going to type here Muse, and there we go. Hit open, and oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to hit update later. I don't want any updates at the moment. Just allow this to finish up. So what exactly we'll be creating is just a single page website, I should call it. Just one page and nothing more. But then we'll develop, or we'll continue to build upon that as we go on in this series. So we'll just let this finish up while just wait a while. Okay, right here. So what we could do is we could create a new site, or we can just open ones that we've already created. But I actually don't want to see this, so I'll just hit that and then close this off. Now I can go to file and then open site, or new site is still the same thing, but then new site, and then we would have awesome. So this is also one of the important parts that we would need to consider. Now here we have initial layout for desktop, for a tablet, for a phone. Now the reason why we have all of these three different layouts is because websites nowadays, I should say, almost all websites these days are responsive. Now responsive website is basically, let's take a look at this. Perfect. This is exactly what a responsive website is. That is, it should be able to you should be able to see it perfectly or very well on a desktop or a laptop, I should say, maybe a bigger screen. It should fit perfectly, and then it should display it very well. Nothing should be hidden, nothing should be missing. Maybe you could hide some things because you want to hide them on certain screens or on certain platforms or layouts, but fine, everything should be visible and everything should work properly on different screens or on different layouts. So we have here a desktop, and then we have here a tablet, same website, and then we have here on the phone. Now you could see that it is able to show or preview everything perfectly, like we're able to see everything on the website on each of these devices, and then they display perfectly and very nice. So what we could also do is example, okay, let's just leave that up. So this is basically what a responsive website is, that the website you create or build should be able to be previewed on various devices or layouts. So we're just going to minimize that, and then now we have here a desktop. So we have our page width, and then minimum height of the page. Now page width, I am going to go with 1000. That usually covers about my entire screen. And then minimum height, I'm going to go with I think a 500 is okay, but let's just do a 600. Okay, and then we'll explain columns and gutters later, but then let's look at margins and then patterns. We'll see that actually inside the build, so when we start building, we're actually going to figure out what are the margins and then what are the patterns as well. But to make it more simpler, let's just hit okay. Great. So now we have our sites, our pages, not entirely every page, but we have some pages built for us. You can see down here we have masters, and then we just have home, but this home has beneath it a master, and then the master here just has is just a master, but then with no other master. What we could do is create more masters. So we have B master, we could go on C master, D master, and as many masters as you want. But the reason why we need these masters is because you can make changes to these masters or any of these masters. Maybe if you have a major change you want to make to any of the pages. Example, let me just go up here. Great. So now I have 4 different pages. I have a home page. Let me just make this an about page, and then I'll make this service page, and then I'll make this a contact page. Awesome. So now we've got 4 pages, but you could realize beneath all of these 4 pages we have a master, a master, a master, and a master. Oh, sorry. Contact. Yeah. So we have a master beneath all of them. What if I want a B master, one of them to be a B master? So the reason why we need A masters and then B, like we need different masters, is because when I make a major change to A master, it definitely affects all of these pages that have A masters attached to them, or that has A master attached to them. So major changes are usually made on the masters. So a change you want to affect all of the web pages, or maybe you have 3 or 4 pages that you want a particular change to affect, you do those changes on the master. But unique, maybe unique designs that you want to appear only on one page, well, you could have that on the page themselves. You could just double click on the pages and then that will open, allowing you to design whatever you want to design. So same thing. Now I'm going to take B master and then drag that over here. Now you can see service is now B master. I'm going to do the same thing for contact, and as you can see, it's also B master. So now we have A master, A master, B master, B master. So the changes I do on the B master is going to affect service page and then contact page. The changes I make to A master is going to affect home page and then the about page. Quite simple. Now I'm going to interchange that. Okay, no, okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we can just go ahead. I'm going to start with the A master. Double click on that. So as you can see, we have website here, and then we have A master. So at the moment we are working with our A master page. So this is the A master page. Remember, changes we make to this A master is going to affect all the other pages. All right, thanks a lot for watching, and then see you in the next tutorial.